Today, I'm joined by Vicki del Toro, CEO of Beauty Beyond the Pieces. She's a survivor of domestic abuse who transformed her lived experience. This conversation, it's about truth, healing, and choosing yourself. Vicki, thank you so much for being here and taking the time out of your busy schedule. I really appreciate it. Before the organization, before the healing that you've gone through, tell me a little bit about who Vicki was back then.
Like every young girl growing up, I'm the oldest of 6 children, mom and pop, and I would say we were poor, but we had what we needed.
Mm,
I came from parents who strived, worked hard to take care of their 6 children. So, and as the oldest, I had a lot of responsibilities.
So fast forward to Vicki, who is now working. She's a mom of 2 beautiful children. She's married. How was that for you?
When I got married, like any young girl, I got married very young. So, like any young girl, you get married with the illusion of everything is going to be wonderful.
Mhm.
Things are going to work out. And I want you to keep in mind, I was very young. So, and he was young too. He was older than me, but he was young. So we were both 2 young people getting together,
Mm,
to make a new life. So, of
right.
course, my perception was that I would have a great marriage. But unfortunately, it did not turn out that way.
Okay. So there was abuse in the marriage and
In this marriage where I had 2 children,
mhm.
a son and a daughter, 3 months into the marriage, I received my first beating.
Was it immediately like I have to get out of here, or was it just like we're going to work through this type of
I don't even
situation?
know what I was thinking because, first of all, we were both young. So my thought was, of course, first, shock. And no, I was not thinking, I got to get out because you're in shock. So you
Right.
expect it, like many women that are abused, you think that it's just going to work out. Well, this won't happen again. And the other thing was, I was pregnant.
Oh,
I was pregnant. So there was no thought at that moment for me to exit. But again, you don't think this will happen again. But it
right.
did. It did. It escalated.
People in society, they're always like, well, why didn't you just leave? That's such a easy question for anybody
Yeah.
who's not in that
Well,
situation. What do you wish they understood about that?
doing this for over 30 years, I started when I finally did exit and escaped.
Mm,
I began to pull one woman out quietly and privately.
right.
I didn't have an organization. I was just pulling them out one by one
Mm,
because I pulled myself out. Now, one of
right.
the things we do not tell any women, why did you not leave?
Right.
You have to be in it to understand why they don't exit. It could be financial.
Hmm.
It could be children. It could be lack of education. Also, you got to remember something. When women are abused, they're not just abused physically, they are torn down mentally and
Hmm.
emotionally. Today, people look at me and say, how is it possible that this woman did not exit? Because they look at me like I'm running an organization. Obviously, I look like I get it together, but it
Hmm.
took me years to get here. And since I
Oh,
was a very young girl, of course, in my mind was the thought, well, I don't want my marriage to fail. You want it to work.
right.
So I kept thinking, um, I don't know, I'll work this out. I'll fix it. I'll
Hmm.
figure it out. And then what a lot of people don't understand, and that's why I decided to build an organization. A man doesn't break you just physically.
Hmm.
He will break you mentally and emotionally. He
Right.
was breaking me. He was breaking me emotionally and mentally. I think that's worse than hitting. So I
Right.
had no self worth, no value to myself. I really thought this is it. This is
Mm,
it. And I am a Christian woman. And I spend a lot of time praying,
mm.
asking God to either, restore this or how am I going to get out?
So that was part of the rebuilding of yourself, your self-esteem, your
My
self-worth?
rebuilding took years. I won't lie about that. The
Mhm.
journey of healing would take a very long time. And that's why I think I decided to bring out an organization called Beauty Beyond the Pieces.
Yes.
It's been in the making for 30 years, but finally, this year we became a 501c3 an organization. The healing journey takes a long time. It took me a very long time
Mm-hmm.
to heal, to be restored, to be well. But I will tell you this, that's when I finally made a decision to rebuild, I actually made a plan.
Mm-hmm.
I made a plan to save money. I got all my documents together just in
Mm-hmm.
case I had to escape. But once I had all that in place, then I got in touch with an agent to find me an apartment. They
Okay.
did. And once I got the apartment, believe it or not, I know that people are going to listen to this and it may come as a shock to them.
Mm.
I took him with me. I took my abuser with me.
Wow.
But I did tell him this. Yes, it's hard. But I did tell him this. I give you 1 year.
Mm.
Because we were living in Manhattan, so I figured maybe moving to Brooklyn would change everything.
Mm.
That new atmosphere, new away from his friends, you know.
Wow. You were
But
still
I was
trying
still,
to,
and I'm gonna tell you something. Women don't exit. It could be 7 times, 7 tries,
yeah.
7 tries, and they don't exit. Okay,
Hmm.
it could take more than that. That's why I have compassion on them. I understand them. I get it.
Right. Right.
I gave him an
Women,
Go ahead.
we have like that nurturing thing about us, especially when you're married. You
Yeah.
want your family to work,
You
and we
want your family
always,
together. You want your
right.
family together. You want your children to have a father.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to become a single mother. And like I said, I was telling you, I gave him, I gave him 1 year.
Right.
When that 1 year was up, I saw nothing was changing. It got worse.
Hmm.
I finally planned it again.
Mm-hmm.
Quietly, I planned to get babysitter, a place for my children to be babysat because we were very young.
Mm-hmm.
I planned it all. I went to school. I planned everything quietly. I went to school. I studied. I was in the fashion industries and I decided to study business administration. And I went back to school and studied. And mind you, while I was going to school, I
Mm-hmm.
was being beaten up every single day. Every single day I was getting beaten up. But I still went to school every single day. One thing that I will say about myself, I'm not a quitter. So I didn't
Yeah.
quit. And I'm thankful for something. I want to bring hope to women.
Yes. And
Even though I was going
you also include men as well, right?
right now, we started with women.
Right. You're focusing on women and children.
We have now included men because men
Mm-hmm.
do get abused.
Yes.
The men I find are more silent victims
Right.
and we need to reach them. And then we have children now
Mm-hmm.
because children are abused also, but also children become witnesses to the violence that a mother or father or whatever situations in the household that they see
Right.
and they need help. They need assistance because they hide the pain. They hide
Right.
the pain. And I am also a survivor of child abuse.
Wow.
So I understand the child
Mm-hmm.
and what they go through. I understand them. I understand them. But
Did
women should know
uh-huh.
that there is hope. And if I
Yes.
made it out, they can make it out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I decided to this was 30 years in the making. This didn't happen overnight. I've been doing this on and off, quietly, privately, pulling them out one by one. But now that it's become an organization, I plan to make this grow as big as possible. I'm going to pull one woman at a time out.
Yes. Yes. That is powerful.
And men, we have men that are survivors.
Right.
And, and every child that I know that can get therapy, mental health, get whatever they need, I'm going to find
Right.
the resources to help them.
What a
Thank you.
blessing you are to turn that pain into power.
Yes.
There's a lot of people who are losing their jobs and, just all types of things coming our way to where domestic violence is increasing.
In the holidays, unfortunately, domestic violence escalates. It's
Right.
very bad now. I think it starts around October, November, December, January. It escalates. I get a lot of phone calls of women trying to exit.
Beauty Beyond the Pieces, what was the meaning behind that name? What made you choose that name for this organization?
What happened was, when I first started, I had a group, it was all women.
Mhm,
So I had a staff of just women. And
mhm,
one day I just told them we had different names, okay? But
mhm.
I didn't want a name that had broken in it, like the word
Okay.
broken,
Mhm.
because women who are survivors are no longer broken. They're beautiful pieces.
Right.
They're beautiful pieces being mended back together again. So
That's beautiful.
everybody was sending me, use this, use this, use this. Finally, we came out with, we like beauty beyond the pieces, meaning there is beauty beyond those pieces
That's
and
right.
you can be mended together. And we're bilingual, you know,
Hmm.
and I like that better because it
Right.
doesn't have the word broken. And I want the women to know, and the Bible speaks about that. You could
Hmm.
turn your ashes into beauty.
Hmm.
So I want these women, men, children to know that they're not defined by their ashes,
Mhm.
that they can turn those ashes into beautiful, into beautiful pieces.
I love that.
Yes. Yes.
You put
And
a
that's
lot
what
of
we,
thought into that. Yeah, that's
yeah,
beautiful.
that's what we strive for. We strive for them to become men, women, children that are healthy.
Mhm.
It will be a long journey. I will say that,
Right.
but they can be restored and they can be healthy again, breaking the cycle
Yes.
of domestic violence.
If someone's listening right now and they feel trapped, what would you want them to know?
We're an organization, Beauty Beyond the Pieces. We're
Mhm.
bilingual and we are located in Brooklyn, New York.
Mhm.
There is a DV number that I use that I could share with you, Diana, later,
Okay.
that they can call me and reach out to me. We also have a website that I can also send to you later that you can include here
Yes.
and they can get more info. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok.
Okay.
And we're in the beginning stages of our website. There is a number that you can include in here in this interview that I will
Yes.
give you that they can also reach me if a woman's
Yes.
considering exiting. Prepare your paperwork.
Mhm.
You have children, have all their paperwork ready. Have emergency contact numbers, whether it's on your phone, but if your phone breaks, have them written down. Write down
Okay.
all your doctor's information, the children's doctor's information. God forbid, an incident, accident, they know exactly, all your doctor's allergies, whatever. You have
Okay.
to put all this in a safe place.
Right.
Also have family contacts. If you have
Yes.
family, friends, make sure they have your number, your address in case of an emergency and they can't reach you. They know exactly where you live. They know your number. They'll find you one way or another, to do a wellness check on you,
Right.
whatever it takes. It takes a long time for a woman to exit. It will not happen right away.
Right.
It's really rare the times that a woman will exit the first time. She will try and try and try again. But that's my suggestion. And then
Yes.
like I said, have contacts.
Mhm.
Look up Safe Horizon, their national DV hotline. They also can help you with either getting help at that moment or putting you in a DV shelter, okay? Or getting in touch with family. Sometimes family's willing to take you in.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you, like, how can friends and family support
Yeah,
too?
they could take you in. And
Right.
if you're being threatened, or I've personally escorted women
Mhm.
to a precinct and they
Wow.
photographed her bruises. And right then and there, they gave her a court order of protection. That
Mm.
also helps.
If you don't do this properly, it can fall through the cracks. It's so sad. I've had friends too who have told me of situations that they were in, and it's up to the person to be ready to make a change in
Absolutely.
their life. You have to love yourself enough to say, this is not for me. I gotta go. And
You gotta go.
my children, I don't want my
Exactly.
children to see this. So, because it
Yes.
continues the cycle, your children start
Yes.
to see, and that generational curse
Yeah, no, it
has to get
continues the
broken.
cycle. It
Yes.
continues the cycle. If somebody's got to break it.
Right.
And
Right.
and I want you to know that the exiting time is
Hmm.
one of the most dangerous time for that woman.
Right.
She could either exit safely or she can be killed. Or her
Wow.
children can be killed.
And we hear it all the time. We
Yes.
hear it on the news. We hear,
Yeah.
families the whole family goes because someone was upset and they didn't
Yes.
They
'cause she's
didn't have
exiting.
enough emotional maturity to, you know,
Mhm.
work things out. You, in the future, who was speaking to yourself when you were going through abuse, what would you say to her?
Yeah, I was asked this question before, and it made me very emotional, so I'm hoping I
No.
don't get emotional again. It's
Okay.
only because that's one of the things we try to do is get the women to go back to when they were a little girl. I think I would say to her, "You know what? I'm so sorry that you had
Mhm,
to go through that. I wanna apologize to you."
mm.
But then I would tell her, "But now I see you as a little girl, but now I've seen you. What a woman of worth. How proud I am of you that you made it out and that you succeeded." And I would
That's
say
beautiful.
to that little girl, "I love you.
Yes,
I love you."
and you didn't deserve any of that at all. No one deserves that.
No one deserves to be abused.
Right.
No one.
Wow. Vickie, your story reminds us that healing, it doesn't erase the past. I honor you, and I'm so
Thank you.
proud of you, with what you're
Thank you.
doing. You've transformed this pain into power, and you're doing such beautiful things with helping other people in their
Yes.
situations.
Yes.
I thank you so much for being here, Vickie. Thank you for telling your
You're welcome.
story. I know it's heavy for me to listen to, and if there's
Thank you.
anything that I can do, more than magnetize artists, I just want to magnetize
Well, you're doing it
this
right now.
this.
You're doing it right now. You're getting us out there, and I appreciate that. So you're doing it
Yes.
right now.
Thank you, Vickie. Thank you so
All
much
right,
for taking
sweetheart.
the time. Love you
Thank
so
you, my
much.
love.